It's Santa Claus. It's time for the Gary Garver Show. Tonight on the Gary Garver Show, celebrities past, gone to heaven. Some guy imitates Dr. Ruth. And the song Dirty Country by Charles Brown. To be on the show, call 1-866-826-1340 or 727-441-3000. Now he's on my sleigh, Gary Garver.
Santa, you completely screwed up my intro.
Did I screw it up? Sorry, Gary.
Are you been drinking or something like that, Santa? I mean, it's A.J. Jansen that did the song "Dirty Country."
A.J. Jackson. That's right. I see it there. Sorry. Santa's got hemorrhoids.
And Dr. Ruth is calling in, not an imitator, you dumbass.
Oh, the actual Dr. Ruth. I thought you said an imitator.
Well, Santa, you blew the whole gig. Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you. Thanks for blowing my bit. Thanks for blowing my bit before it even starts. I appreciate it. All right, get off my airwaves, Santa. And you know what I want for Christmas, Santa?
What would you like for Christmas, Gary Garver?
I don't know. I can't figure it out yet.
If you log into tantalk1340.com, you can see Santa.
That must be a pretty sight. This is the Tan Talk Radio Network, 590 AM, 96.1 FM, KTHO in South Lake Tahoe. Also on in Las Vegas, 1230 AM, KLAV, where I heard it's snowing in Las Vegas. That never happens. That's crazy. The weather out here in Los Angeles is crazy, too. As you guys know, the Santa Ana winds are blowing. Usually they're hot, but it's actually cold and blowing out everything. So interesting weather. Cruising into December and the holidays. How you all doing? Have a great show tonight. As Santa mentioned, we have Dennis Hoff. His show Cat House on HBO is premiering tonight, so Dennis will be calling in and talking about the series premiere of Cat House tonight. Also, Dr. Ruth. Yes, Dr. Ruth. Thanks, Santa. We'll be calling in A.J. Jansen with Dirty Country. And a new bit we called Past Celebrities. Celebrities that have gone to a past life or another life or heaven or hell or wherever they may end up. Anyways, hey, listen, before we talk to Dr. Ruth, I want to talk about some of the things that are going on. I'm trying to get a home loan right now, refinance my property in Palm Springs. Now, Chase Mortgage, and they're actually pretty good, has been sending me stuff for the past like 6-8 months to refinance my property. You know, there's over, can you believe this? And I just found this out tonight. There's over 2 million homes under foreclosure right now in the United States. 2 million homes under foreclosure in the United States. So I figured, what the hell? They've been sending me this document stating that they'll refinance my property and they'll give me 125% of the value of the property. So I said, what the hell? I'm going to go for it. My loan is supposed to go from 6.2% to 4.7%, which is very cool. I'm going to save about $170 a month. This is under the new Obama plan. They say it's real easy. Oh, all you have to do is sign 4 documents, Gary. When I called up the guy, Sean from Chase, all you have to do is sign 4 documents. You're already pre-approved. They say you're pre-approved. Okay, this is what they say. You're pre-approved. Sign 4 documents. Within 30 days, your home will be refinanced. The mortgage rate, interest rates will go from 6.2 to 4.7. I'm going, great. Sounds real easy. I don't have to screw around or anything. Okay, sign the 4 documents. Then, within the past month, they have asked me for I'm going in order, first, my divorce papers. Okay, I got divorced 11 years ago. Okay, 11 years ago, I was divorced. They wanted my divorce documents to prove that I was actually divorced. So I had to go dig up my divorce documents. Usually, I wouldn't keep them. I don't know why I kept them. I would normally have burned them, but I kept them for some reason. Found those, sent them to them. Okay. Then they wanted me to give them a new grant deed, which basically means that I have to show that the deed is in my name, which it is in my name, but they wanted a new one, which was going to cost me $75, which I refused to pay, and Chase paid it for me. They were very cordial and paid it for me. Okay, this all happened within the first, week of this whole debacle. Then, a week later,
Gary Garver Show.
they email me. They want my ex-wife to sign a document stating that I did not
Dr.
owe her
Ruth, this is
anything on the
Santa Claus.
condo,
How are you?
and also have it notarized. So I had to call my ex-wife.
I never
Say,
gave you nothing?
Please, Gene, would you do me a favor? I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to refinance my property. And would you please sign this document and have it notarized? And she's like, Gary, that costs money to get it notarized and all that. And I go,
This Dr. Ruth?
I'll take you a sushi. So I owe my ex-wife
All right,
a sushi
hold the
dinner,
line.
which is going to cost me
Hold
about
the line,
$80. Because if you go out
Hold
for
the line.
sushi,
Hold
no
the
bill's
line.
under $80 to
Hold on.
$100. So she did it for me, very nice. Me and my ex-wife get along very well still. And so she went and had it notarized. Now, yesterday, I get in another email from they want to close this in the next 2 days. Okay, they wanted to close it within the next 2 days. I get an email stating that I have to have my accountant state that she has done my taxes for the past 4 years. So I have to track down my accountant, beg and borrow from her and plead with her, and she's a good friend of mine. Thank God she's a good friend of mine, to sign a document, to write out a letter stating that I've been with her for over 11 years, but they wanted the last 4 years, stating that she's been doing my taxes. So she sent that over. I think I'm going to get the loan. But, I mean, literally, you have to jump through hoops. They make it sound so easy to get, these loans and refinance, and everything's real, you're already pre-qualified and blah, 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 pre-approved. But, I mean, literally, divorce documents, have my wife notarize a document stating that I don't owe her anything, and have my accountant state that she's been doing my taxes. I mean, it's crazy. 2 million homes are under foreclosure, and this is what they make you do. And I paid my my mortgage on time for the past 13 years. Not one late payment ever. And they're still making me do all this stuff. And I just heard in the news today that the banks are under fire for having people, $10 an hour sign these fraudulent documents to move the foreclosures quickly. You know what I mean? To try to get them foreclosed on so they can resell them. So they had people actually go in, sign phony documents so the banks could foreclose on the properties a lot easier.
They've been naughty. I could put coal in their stocking.
I think you should put coal in their ass, actually, and light it with some lighter fluid.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you, Sam. Okay, listen. All right, so enough of that. But what I'm trying to state is that they act like everything's so simple, and the banks are trying to help us. The banks are not trying to help us. They're still trying to screw us. And I literally had to jump through hoops as a person that pays their mortgage on time to get this loan. But I think finally I'm going to sign the documents in the next couple days, and I'll let you guys know next week if there's any more BS going on. But this is what you have to do to get a friggin' loan. It's amazing. And they come to you. It wasn't like I solicited them. They're soliciting me over and over for the past 6-8 months. And finally I bid on it, and I had to go through all this rigmarole to get the loan. But I think I got it, and it's all going to work out. But God, these banks, man. No wonder America's all screwed up. Also screwed up is these guys. I mean, what's going on with all these sex scandals, man? I mean, Herman Cain, he's a nut. Herman, just get out of there. Just get out of the race right now. I mean, you're out of control. Now another woman came out and said that she's been having an affair with him or been hanging out with him for 13 years. In the last month, she texted Herman Cain 53 times. The last month, seriously, he responded 17 times. And also these coaches. This guy Bernie Fine from Syracuse, basketball coach, molesting the ball boys, and Jerry Sandusky. That thing keeps on. That's a gift that keeps on giving to Sandusky. I mean, so many people are coming out, so many kids. That guy should just be shot. Wait till he gets to jail, because in jail, a child molester is the lowest man of the totem pole. Well, right now, I want to talk about these sex scandals and all this sexual stuff with a very famous doctor. Yes, she's worldwide known. It's Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Oh, Christ. How are you doing, Dr. Ruth? Where are you at? You at a Burger King or something?
No, I'm parking the car. I'm in Hollywood.
You're in Hollywood?
California.
Okay, Dr. Ruth. So, Dr. Ruth, I thought you were dead.
No, my career is pretty much gone, but I'm still kicking it with my homies.
Are you still having sex? How old are you now, Dr. Ruth?
247 years old.
Oh, wow. Are you still having sex?
Constantly.
Constantly, really?
All the time. I had some this afternoon.
Really? I mean,
Yes, I want to get somebody over to have it with me next time.
are you having it with humans or by yourself? Or
Why you have to be so particular? Who cares?
all right, I'm just asking. I don't know. I mean, you're really old. So, hey, listen, Dr. Ruth, I want to get your advice on something. Thank you for calling in, by the way. And I want to get your advice. What do you think about all these sexual scandals? Like, let's go with Herman Cain. What sets somebody off to do? Like, you're a powerful person. You have the world by the balls, basically, in your profession, and then you go off and do stupid things like, for a sexual need. Why do you like Herman Cain? Why is Herman Cain doing what he's doing?
I think that Herman Cain could have a whole lot of power and be very successful, but he has to constantly prove what a big man he is. And obviously, he has a very tiny peepee.
You think so? Well, I heard black guys had big ones. So you think that Herman Cain's probably because he has a small one? He's going out and cheating on his wife?
I have seen many peepees in my life. Many, let's just say many, okay, a load of peepees.
Oh, you can't swear, Dr. Ruth. This is real radio, terrestrial radio. You must be used to the internet.
I thought it wasn't. Is it the internet?
No, this is actually real. It's on terrestrial radio, Dr. Ruth. You got to watch what you say.
What's that 30 second thing in there?
There is no delay here.
Many peepees. And,
Okay.
it's a myth. Not all black men have big peepees.
Okay, well that's good. What about? All right, I might have to cut you off, Dr. Ruth. But what about? What about Bernie Fine and the coaches? It's Bernie Fine and Jerry Sandusky. I mean, fondling and molesting young boys. What goes on with it? What's that all about? What's that theory?
Well, I think that if it is really happening, it is wrong. It is not right. Those little boys don't need to be harassed and followed and manipulated to fruition. I don't know what's going on, but I think the man needs to be slapped and not in a sexual way.
Yeah,
he's a naughty boy.
Yeah, I believe I think they're gonna do a lot of time. And like I said earlier, I mean, in prison they have like a hierarchy. Murderers up on the list, but child molesters are way. I think they're the lowest of the low, so they're going to get theirs, don't you think, in prison?
I think that when he goes to prison, he's going to be the biggest toy on the block. Everybody's going to want to play with him, and he's not going to be happy with them using the back door either.
well, Dr. Ruth, we got to have you on periodically, but you cannot swear. I mean, are you? Is it Alzheimer's or Parkinson's? I think I told you last night.
Oh, I must have forgot. At my age. Oh, wait a minute. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Gary Garver.
Gary Garver, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Dr. Ruth. Well, listen, I gotta go.
I had a wild dream about you the other night, Gary.
Oh, geez. What?
I was thinking about you with your thick hair and your handsome face and your strong hands. And I remember we were making passionate love in the dream. And you decided to tell me a joke, and I lost all interest right in the middle of it.
Oh, you thought that was funny too, Santa. I appreciate that. Well, I'm a talk show host, not a comedian. But unlike you, I'm not a comedian. Well, listen.
You're very talented and powerful, and that bitter bastard that you used to work for, I hope he gets a terrible social disease and his big giant nose falls off into his coffee.
Oh, Oh, well, we don't want to think that, but it's a holiday season, Dr. Ruth. We want to be thankful for everybody, including Howard Stern, so let's not go there. But Dr. Ruth, I want to thank you for calling in, and I want you to call in a couple weeks. And next time, Dr. Ruth, two things. Don't swear, and try to call on a regular phone, okay?
Okay, if I can find one right now, I'm busy. I'm going to a hip-hop show. I'm going to dance my butt off.
All right, cool. Well, maybe you can have a menage a trois with the brothers or something, huh?
Oh, you are so kinky. I love you.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Ruth. Okay, that was Dr. Ruth Westheimer here on the 10 Talk Radio Network, 590 AM, 96.1 FM, KTHO in South Lake Tahoe. Also on KLAV, 1230 AM in Las Vegas. I'm Gary Garver, and coming up next, I will be calling my buddy from the Bunny Ranch, Dennis Hoff. We'll be back right after this.